Hello, Kansas and Western fans. I don't usually release 2 videos in one day, but there was just 2 things going on today. I usually do my Monday poll results following my construction updates on Monday, obviously. And we had the contest going with the most realistic photo, and I didn't want to put that off. So that's why we're doing 2 videos today. But I am releasing them a few hours apart, so whatever that means is what it means. Anyway, so here you can see the results. It looks like the EVRAZ Steel Mill has won handily with 44% of the vote. So that's exciting because this is one of the scenes in my layout that hasn't been touched for quite a while. So let's go into the train room and talk about what I'm going to be working on. All right, so here we are in the train room. This is the Pueblo area of the layout. There's the main line coming through the backdrop and following along the front of the layout. And then you have the EVRAZ Steel Mill, which the primary structure is going to be set in this corner here. And then we're going to have a backdrop that is also a steel mill. And I'm going to talk more about that here in a little bit. But in the foreground, while these tracks are for, is basically a sorting area for all kinds of scrap that comes in from outside Pueblo to be sorted. And here you can just see some different materials. I think that's actually a small thing that you can actually buy as it is, just kind of a piled up bunch of rusty junk there. And now here I've got some pieces of kit that have been cut that I'm trying to rescue, I guess, for use for this purpose, and a few gondolas. And then we've got a Southern Pacific switcher here that's going to be moving things around the yard. This background area is where old rail cars are going to be cut up for scrap, so that's why those are all kind of piled up in that area. But these tracks here are not yet installed, as you can tell. So I do want to finish that, but in order to finish that, I need to finish this mill structure with these gantry cranes that will be removing the scrap from the gondolas and sending that into the plant for melting down. So that's going to be my primary focus, besides getting the backdrop added. It's getting this structure built, getting these gantries built, and getting that track laid. And if I manage to complete all that, we're going to get that initial coat of weathering done for all the track here. I usually like to get that done. In fact, I probably should do that before I get the backdrop in, but that's going to be a bit, and we're going to talk about that again here in a second. But anyway, that's the plan for this scene. Hopefully we can get a lot done here in the next couple of weeks. Let's go into the office and check that out. All right, here we are on the Train Junkies website. This is where I get all my backdrops done. I really like working with this guy, William. He does a great job for me and does some modifications. And this is the actual backdrop that I'm going to be ordering. I'm just going to have it custom printed for the length of that entire scene. So I'm not sure if he's going to be able to stretch that out that long or add some more structures at one end or the other. But one modification I'm going to make is, this is set in Pueblo, Colorado. And in Pueblo, Colorado, from the perspective that we're going to be seeing this scene on the layout, you should be able to see mountains in the background. So they're not going to be towering over the buildings by any stretch. It's more going to be a hint because Pueblo isn't nestled right in the mountains necessarily. They're still 20 or 30 miles away, but you should be able to see them from this perspective. So I think I'm going to have William add some mountains to the backdrop. I'm not sure yet. I need to look at his other offerings to see what he can add, and then probably have him add a cloudy sky because I like adding that as well. So we're going to see if I can't get that decision made sometime today and get that ordered, so that hopefully we can get that in the mail and out here on the layout here in the next couple of weeks. But I'm not going to count on that. It depends on how busy he is and how fast we can get that sent out. But anyway, that's the plan. Thanks to everybody again for voting. Let's see what I can get done in the next couple of weeks, and everybody have a great week.